Hey guys, welcome to the Massive Iron Channel. I'm Steve Shaw. In this video, I want to talk about set confusion. Specifically, Menno Henselman recently talked about 12 to 20 sets per major body part being a good starting point, being a good range. But what the heck? How do we figure out how many sets we need? Because that's quite a big, juicy range. Before I get into that topic, if you have any questions or comments, drop them down below. The best topic ideas I turn into videos just like this. All right, so I saw this on Menno Henselman's Instagram, and any of you that are hypertrophy geeks could benefit from following him if you want to stay on top of some of the latest and greatest science when it comes to muscle building. So there was basically a post, and I'm paraphrasing, that 12 to 20 sets per major body part is a good range. Now, this is a big, broad range, right? This is a big, broad range, and it can be intimidating. You know, somebody that's trying to build their own program, they don't know where to start. They don't know how many sets to program in. They don't know what it means. Should I go more on 20? Should I go more on the lower end? Where should I start? What should I do? Help. Okay, so how do we unravel this? Well, basically, the first thing you need to take home from this is that with this big of range, what it tells us is it's not really the sets that matter as much as it is the hard work. So as a foundation, you want to have the hard work in place. You want to be pushing sets for as many quality reps as you can, getting the most out of sets you can for hypertrophy. So that is your baseline. And doing that, what we learn is if we're working hard in the gym, we shouldn't worry so much about the sets. And that's really the take home here. We shouldn't worry so much about the set total as long as the hard training is here. Once the hard training is there as your foundation, then you can do whatever number of sets makes sense for you at that time for that body part. What I would typically recommend for folks is starting on the lower end of sets and trying to get the most out of them you can, for a couple reasons. Number one, if you start on the high end, you're going to be living in the gym. Okay, you're going to be living in the gym, and we want to start on the low end. We don't want to have to jump into 2-hour workouts. Okay, because 20 sets per major body part is a lot. So start on the lower end, get down pat how to work your sets hard at the lower end of the set range. Usually for me, that's about 12. That's what I program in for most of my clients. And most of my clients honestly don't need more. You can add more, and I'm going to get into that in a little bit. But I start with about 12. We learn how to train hard. We're trying not to live in the gym. So, you know, for my clients, that I find that we can get them out of the gym in 60 to 75 minutes, 75 minutes tops, usually 65, 70, 75 minutes. So it's a good starting point. The low end's a good starting point for that reason as well. And also, if you're not used to training hard, starting at the lower end, the soreness, the recovery time is going to be a little bit better, a little bit more manageable as you progress. Now, adding volume, there's a couple things you need to understand. Not every body part is the same. Some body parts you can train harder than others. In fact, in this post by Menno Henselman, we kind of learned that the triceps can take more of a beating than some of the other body parts. So what does that tell us? Well, that doesn't tell you that you necessarily need to go out and train your triceps harder just because of some post on Instagram. What it tells us is if you are training hard, all your major body parts, and you find you need more volume or want more volume, then you can add more volume. But what I would do, instead of blanketly adding volume of sets to every body part or a body part, think instead exercise by exercise basis. This is the wisest, most intelligent way to focus on the addition of sets. Here's what I mean. Dumbbell rows, okay? I don't really like to do more than 2 sets. It's a unilateral exercise. When it gets heavy, I like to lower the volume and make room for more volume on other exercises because I like to train my back with a lot of volume, okay? I like to train my back with a lot of volume. And if I spend too much time on deadlifts and dumbbell rows, I'm eating up like 50 minutes in the gym after warm-up sets. So I kind of turn down the volume on dumbbell rows, and then I turn it up on seated cable rows or lat pull downs or machine rows, okay? So it's an exercise by exercise adjustment. You don't have to crank up the volume on every exercise. You need to adjust every exercise in a way where it fits you, your training style, your time in gym, and what you like. Does that make sense? So don't ever blanketly just add volume to every body part. Don't blanketly say, I'm going to move volume from 12 sets to 15 sets on back. Don't blanketly do stupid things like that, arbitrary stuff. Instead, look at each exercise. What's my time in gym? I want another set on seated cable rows. I want to dial down my work on dumbbell rows so I can add more volume, or maybe another exercise like machine rows, whatever the case is. So be smart about your volume additions. So the final thought here, and something I want to just hammer on again that I hammered on at the beginning of this video, is this wide range. It isn't a curse. It isn't something that should paralyze you. It's actually a good thing. It tells you you can adjust your training based on what you're experiencing in the gym. You don't have to worry about 12. You don't have to worry about 20. Adjust it so it fits within that range, and it's okay to start at the lower end. I've never really gotten past the lower end in volume, except for things like back and adding a little bit of extra triceps work. So guys, hope this video has been of some help. If you have any questions or comments, drop them down below. If you made it this far in this video and have yet to subscribe to my channel, please do. I'd appreciate the support. So guys, as always, thanks for watching. Have a great day.